with Chris Ruffalo. It is Wednesday, September 14th, 2022, almost halfway home in the month of September. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, giving out free picks, giving out tons of free picks. We don't win them all. We certainly try to. Our best bets always are our premium picks. Those are the ones we're most confident in each and every day. I know people get confused and, they're going to spin it any which way they want. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that. Chris, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Had a great day yesterday. The end of the day kind of fell short with that Cardinals blow up against the Brewers, but still a winning day overall. Can't be sad about it. And there was some great baseball to close out the day yesterday too.
Yeah, the Cardinals, I think they're kind of cemented as to where they're going to be in the grand scheme of things at this point. So, a little bit tougher to get behind some of these teams because, the teams like the Cardinals, they know they're going to be the last of the division leaders. So they're going to have to play in that wild card round, so they're going to have to play an extra round. Of course, the top two division leaders get a bye in the first round while the third division leader will have to play the bottom
wild card.
Yes, exactly, Chris. Thanks for bailing me out on that one. We could have been here for a while. Could have been a very, very long day there. It's like, spit it the hell out. Yeah, craziness.
I don't always like to try finishing your sentences because then it ends up like the newlywed game where they end up with the completely wrong answer. You like
Blank.
playing on the couch?
Blank.
No, I like eating toast.
Making whoopee.
What's your favorite position? What's your favorite pasta? Flat on my stomach lying in front of the TV screen.
Oh, man. My wife just walked by and gave me the look. Chris said that he was he always he hesitates on finishing my sentence because then it becomes like the newlywed game. She said TMI. She's obviously not a fan of the show.
Doesn't get our material.
Well, if you missed yesterday's show, we're having our Become a Capper contest. I will have details coming up. It's probably not going to be for another month or so, but we just want to let everybody know that we are having the Become a Capper contest. And, of course, I already received email, from people asking about it, even though I said, don't ask me, right? I certainly did.
Well, the over-under yesterday was set at 14.5, so.
Yeah, I got like I always get these messages. And so here's, if you guys want to see how to not become a capper on the site, it's like, I get these messages like, I'm this much, it's like, how do I become a capper on your site? It's like, you clearly don't understand what we do at PickDawgz. It's like, you just, some guy, picks games on Instagram or something. It's like, I'm a professional bettor in Vegas. It's like, yeah, well, doesn't mean you fit us with what we're doing here. Anyways, anything else exciting, Chris? We got one more day until we're back into football. It's just that time of year, I've been looking at that Chiefs-Chargers game, and I think it's going to be a great game.
Yeah. Still trying to exercise some primetime demons myself after week one, but I'm excited. It's going to be a great Thursday night game. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say about it. I mean, it's going to be a back and forth game. I think it's going to be pretty good. One of the best games of the week for sure.
Well, today at 3 p.m. Eastern time, we have our NFL preview show. That's with myself, Al McMorty, and Jay Briggs. And then tomorrow we'll have our show with Chris and Ron doing our college football preview show. So if you missed last week's NFL preview show, we had a lot of technical difficulties, but we've got that all straightened out. And should be an awesome show. And, with a little bit of more knowledge, at our fingertips. Well, it's just dangerous at this point in the season, right? Because what you see in week one, not always what you're going to see overall. But it should be a fun show. You got different, 3 totally different perspectives on things, with Jay Briggs, Al McMorty, and myself. So, nobody cares about the NFL show except for the thousands of people that tune in to watch it. Anyways, Mitch, you see the video about you going around YouTube and Twitter? No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Sarah Boo, real person here, coward. I'm sure there's millions of them going on about it.
I was just about to say which one.
Which one? Exactly. I hate cowards, I really hate cowards. So you want to stand up to me? I'm right here, man. I come out here, at least I have the guts to stay up here with my real face and real name and everything like that. Hide behind some YouTube, like a joke you are, It's like, how pathetic are you, Joke, man. I didn't see them. They must be on the Sports Shot one. I don't know, man. Did you see the video about you? Nah, I didn't. Don't care. Joke, man. See someone that was cowardly enough that they have to call themselves Sarah Boo? That I see. And Mama.
Yeah, it's on Sports Chat.
Yep. I got him. This is boring. That's why I tune in. You must have a really good life. Anyways. Chris, we got Major League Baseball action going on today. It's all these jerks out there, right?
Oh,
it's like,
yeah, they're going to come out of the woodwork. Yeah, nice call. A nice MLB card today. A little bit of everything. Start early, one late game. Yeah. Nice balance card.
Yep. Let's get right into it. Got the Reds and the Pirates, Nick Lodolo and Ronzi Contreras. The Reds have been just absolutely terrible in this series, Chris. They have been getting the whitewashed, right?
Yeah.
What do you think in this one?
I would lean towards the Pirates again here, but also take a shot on the under. I think, Nick Lodolo pitched well in his last couple of starts, and I think he's going to have to keep this one low scoring with the way the Reds haven't been producing at the plate. Ronzi Contreras, I don't think he's going to give up much of anything easy either. His last 3 starts has allowed 2 runs combined over 16 and a third. I think you're seeing 2 of the up-and-coming arms in their respective rotations go at it in this one. I like the under in the Pirates as well.
I like the Pirates in this one. I give up on the Reds. Probably a good time to take them because I'm going to take the other side. So that's what I'm on here. Go to our next game, and it is going to be the Guardians and the Angels.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Guardians in this one. 2 solid pitchers, for their respective rotations. Patrick Sandoval, he may only have a 5-9 record, but he's got 2.98 ERA. And the problem for Sandoval for much of the season was just that he couldn't get run support. He's starting to get it now, but I don't know if it's going to be coming back today with Cal Quantrill on the other side. Quantrill's been really good himself. 2 earned runs or less allowed in 6 of his last 7. And thing is that the Guardians now maintaining that win streak, 13 wins in a row as favorites over the Angels. So got to go with the Guardians here.
I'm looking for this video that they said there is of me, but I don't see it. So it must not be that. Anyone know what video they're talking about? See that video about you? No, I don't. That means nobody else does either. So we're not going to popularize. We're not going to give them anything. Anyways, we go to, the Guardians have just owned the Angels, and I just don't know how you stop something like this, the mojo. But, even last night it seemed like the Angels were going to have a good chance to stop it, and they were unable to do that. Go to Tigers-Astros. Man, this is it's just such a mismatch of a series, right?
Yeah. And I'm worried it could be another one today, but Christian Javier, he's a solid arm in the Astros rotation. I think he's still one of the mid-level arms in that rotation, but he just hasn't gotten the support he needs. Only got an 8-9 record with an ERA under 3. And Joey Wentz hasn't been terrible for the Tigers. Obviously, he hasn't faced an offensive caliber of Houston's, but I still think this one's going to be lower scoring. I think Detroit's going to have some issues again putting runs on the board, and look for this one to come under the total.
Yeah, I like the Astros here. They've just absolutely dominated this series. I mean, last night they just they basically could have done whatever they wanted to do. And I think they do that again here in this one. Javier's been outstanding this season. I just don't see the Tigers matching up at all. I'm going to take the Astros in a romp. Go to Chicago, where Dylan Cease and the White Sox face on the Rockies. And it's been Dylan Cease and everyone else for the White Sox this season. Today it's Dylan Cease, so we don't have to worry about the everyone else. What do you think of this one, Chris?
Yeah, I got to stick with the White Sox here. Back-to-back shutouts for Dylan Cease, including that near no-hitter a couple starts ago. But I think this is more importantly about Kyle Freeland facing the White Sox. The White Sox over the last month and a bit, going back to August 1st, back to crushing left-handed pitching. And Kyle Freeland, he's had a couple of nice starts in a row, actually 3 in a row, where he's allowed 4 combined runs over 16 2/3, but I don't think he has that same luck here today. We all know what Freeland is capable of, and I think the White Sox make him pay today. So I'm going to go with the White Sox on the run line.
All right. Let's see what we got. I like the White Sox as well in this one. Cease has just been pretty amazing. Like I said yesterday, I think he's going to get some Cy Young consideration. I don't know if he wins it, but he's certainly going to get some votes. He will finish in the top 5 in the Cy Young voting in the American League. I personally am not sure that Verlander is ahead of him at this point. It's going to be close. It's going to be super close. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know how do they usually factor in like stints on the injured list like very heavily into the Cy Young voting if it's only like a one-time stint, because we've seen Verlander pretty much consistent throughout the season, right? I still think he's the front runner for the Cy Young. I still think he wins it, but I'm with you in the sense that I don't think that it's as much of a runaway as maybe it's being made out to be.
We go to our next set of games. It is the Giants against the Braves. Rodon versus Morton. The Braves really kind of having their way here in this series. And, the Giants, I like the Giants, and I've been on the Giants for years, but boy, Rodon has been the big disappointment of this team, and I just don't see it, in this one. How about you, Chris?
And I was gonna go with the under here. I'm not necessarily as low on Carlos Rodon as you may be, but I still think he's capable of delivering a solid outing. But I think Charlie Morton is capable as well. And the Giants, we saw it sort of yesterday where the offense, can have a great day like it did on Monday, and then just stall out the next day. And I think that's sort of what's been the problem for the Giants and why they fell out of the wild card race and just couldn't replicate any of the success from last year. I think this is a first to three wins kind of game. So maybe 3-1 or 3-2 like we saw on Monday. So give me the under in this one.
Yeah, I think you can go alternate run line here on the Braves. I think they jump out early. I like them first five. Rodon's been terrible early in games as well, kind of pitching their way out of games. So I'm going to go with the Braves in this one. We go with the Mariners against the Padres. Luis Castillo on the mound against Mike Clevenger. Last night's game, not for the offensive enthusiast. It was a quick mover. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I'm going a little bit of a juicy play here, but I like the Padres plus 1.5 in this one. It's around minus 160, but you see Luis Castillo and what he's done. He started really hot for the Mariners, and was looking like he was worth the price of admission to get him into that lineup. And I'm not saying he's not. I think he's still going to be a solid arm for them going forward, but he has been hittable lately, especially in his three starts at home. The Mariners have either won the game by one run like they did against the Yankees as an underdog or lost the last two outright. I think the Padres playing well enough that they can maybe sneak in the back door, keep this one close with a one-run game, if not win it outright. Mike Clevenger's been decent. He has been touched up in the last couple starts by the Dodgers, but outside of that, he's pretty good. So I'm gonna go with the Padres plus 1.5.
I'm going to roll with the Mariners in this one. I think Castillo has been way over bet since being traded, but at the same time, I think that he's still last time out he gave up 3 runs. I think he's the better option here. I think Clevenger's been good in spots, and you can start to see he's not the same Clevenger that he once was, but still good. But I just think the Mariners get the best of this one. One of Clevenger's worst losses. Pitched a one-hitter and lost in Seattle one time. Could happen again. Got the Marlins taking on the Phillies, and I think 8 of the last 9 times these two teams have met, it's gone under. Yesterday was an under in this one as well. Chris, I like the under in the Marlins-Phillies today. I just don't think we see much going on here. What do you think of this thing? The Phillies have pretty much owned this, but the Marlins actually on the run line have owned it the other way. So basically a lot of low-scoring one-run games is what we've seen between these two.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the quick count of how many one-run games we've actually seen. We're going 7 of 17 games this season have been one-run games, and the bulk of them, I would say at least 10 or 11 of them have been under 7 runs. So I could definitely make the case for the under here as well. But I'm also leaning towards the Marlins. I really like what Edward Cabrera's done, for this Marlins lineup. The next big arm that they have in the rotation, obviously Alcantara, Sixto Sanchez, Pablo Lopez, Max Meyer once he comes back from Tommy John. I think Edwards going to be the next big thing for the Marlins. Kyle Gibson, he's been hit or miss, and especially been hit in his last couple of starts, allowing 11 runs over 6 2/3. I just think the value's on the Marlins in this one, as well as the under.
Yeah, the Marlins have had trouble scoring runs, but the worst of it's been against left-handed pitching. So a little bit of an edge there. Like I said, I think the under is a strong play in this one. We go to Washington where the Nationals take on the Orioles. And, man, what a weird game that was last night. I had the Orioles as my $15 big play. And, I sweated it out. I definitely sweated it out in that one. The Orioles had a lot of chances, but could not take advantage. It's Corbin and Wells. I think we could see some runs in this one, Chris. The runs that we're not going to see in Miami, I think maybe move here to Washington. What do you think?
Can make up for it, yeah, for sure. But no, I'm sticking with the Orioles here. I'm not fooled by Patrick Corbin and what he's done in his last couple of appearances. Because he gave up 4 runs over a 3-start stretch, but then came back to regular Corbin last time out. Gave up 5 runs and 6 2/3 on 12 hits against the Mets. And the Orioles, yeah, they're far more effective at home. But even though Tyler Wells making his return really after a month and a half last time out, I think he can go a little bit deeper in the second start back from the injured list, and take care of the Nationals. I don't want any part of Patrick Corbin, so I'll go with the Orioles in this one.
Got the let's see where we're at. Got the What are you selling today, Chris?
For me today, I got my $15 pickoff play. Hit another one yesterday. Now we're up to 15-3 in our last 18 pickoff plays. Hoping to keep that going today. Also got that $15 play as part of my walk-off Wednesday 3-pack for $40 PickDawgz Premium. Going off the board with some afternoon action, so make sure you jump on it quick and use that promo code WIN15. If you also hop on something long-term, I got a 4th play for long-term subscribers as well.
I got my $15 big play. I have a bunch of other picks for long-term subscribers, so be sure to check it out. And as always, my long-term plans are the cheapest way to go. So, but I do have the $15 big play. I might put together some of these other picks as a package. So, be on the lookout for that. But more than likely I will. So. We figure it out. We always do. We go to our next game here, and got the Blue Jays taking on the Rays. I don't know, kind of back and forth, here between these two. Thoughts?
Well, the script yesterday went kind of according to plan for me with that doubleheader. The Jays got the win in the Manoah start, but lost the bullpen game. It was just they were flipped between game 1 and game 2. But for Wednesday's game, as much as I'm a Blue Jays fan, I got to go with the Tampa Bay Rays here. Drew Rasmussen's just been on absolute fire over the last couple of months. I think going back to the beginning of July, the Rays are 10-2 in his 12 starts, a sub-2 ERA over that stretch, and a 1.34 ERA in his last 7. And Rasmussen's allowed 1 earned run in each of his 3 starts against Toronto this season. Ross Stripling's been a nice, find for the Blue Jays, and it's going to be a key piece of their playoff rotation. But I just think that the Rays behind Rasmussen find a way to get the job done here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Rays are just the better team in this one, and I think that has a lot to do with it for me. I just always like. I know it's not always popular opinion, but that the Rays are the better team. And I think these teams are fairly close. I'm not saying that. It's a runaway or anything like that. I'm just saying that I believe that the Rays are the better team. I just think that the difference between these two teams for me is that the Blue Jays are going to make mistakes while the Rays don't. Right? It's like the Blue Jays will make the little errors while you don't see the Rays do that. And when the Rays do make mistakes, they lose every time, right? If they make errors, they lose. But you just don't see a bunch of them. So I'm gonna go with the Rays in this one. I think it might be a pretty close game though.
Yeah.
To be honest, so. Just putting in the tags for our show. So
yeah, I think it will be a close game if it does get down to the bullpens late. That's kind of where I worry with the Blue Jays. But the other thing about the Blue Jays is that they've been kind of coming up with these key hits when they've been winning games lately. Especially Bo Bichetti's been stepping up and hitting the home runs late when the Blue Jays kind of need those key hits. Danny Jansen's delivered a couple as well, so it'll be interesting to see if they can keep
Rays here as a dog though is
that's the value.
I think there's value here on the Red Sox as a dog here against the Yankees. I had them yesterday. I thought I was good, and I wasn't good. I lost. But they play again today at Fenway Park. I like the Red Sox chances again in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards the Yankees, but I'm going to go with the over as a stronger play. I don't like Brian Bello and what he's been doing in the starter role. An ERA up around 5 as a starter this season, or sorry, up around 6, excuse me. And Nestor Cortez had a nice return to the Yankee rotation after having a couple of starts off, but I don't know. This Boston offense seems to sort of wake up around the Yankees and vice versa. So I like the over with a lean towards New York here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Red Sox in this one. I just think I don't know. Nestor Cortez has not impressed me all that much. And he's just been inconsistent, a lot like the Yankees in general. And we've seen the Yankees down the stretch really not be very good. Speaking about not very good, we've got the Metropolitans taking on the Cubbies. David Peterson on the mound. DeGrom couldn't do it. Bassett couldn't do it. Can Peterson do it up against Drew Smiley in this one? I don't know, man. The Mets, we knew it was going to happen, but why are we surprised that it is? It's like it's one of those things. It's like Buck Showalter. We've been saying it all season, and it's like, Buck Showalter managing. It's pretty much this is what you can expect.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to wait a little bit later for the other shoe to drop. But for this one, I'm can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to go with the Cubs again. I think it's Drew Smiley. He might be one of the finds of the season for this Cubs team. I doubted it early on, but look at his last 7 starts: 2.29 ERA, 2 runs or less allowed in 6 of the 7 starts, 1 run or less allowed in 5 of those 6, and the Cubs have just been a better team over the course of the series. It looks like the Mets are starting to coast, even though they can't afford to, and yeah, I think the Cubs find a way to eke one out over the Mets, complete another surprising victory here.
Yeah, I like I like the Mets in this one. I I just can't get on the Cubs. I know it's been terrible, but and I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna stick with where I am. I'm gonna ride the Mets, I guess, into the ground here. It's definitely hasn't been pretty, but oh well. Go to our next set of games. And it is the Twins and the Royals. Sonny Gray and Zach Greinke. Yuck. This is one they're charging full price admission for this thing, Chris. What do you think?
Yeah, it's the pitching matchup, not necessarily on the surface a good one, but I like the Twins here, um, mainly because Sonny Gray's just had the number of the Royals in the last few years, and the thing about this one is a lot of people I think are writing off the Twins, but I think the division's still fairly up for grabs, not just because obviously it's only a couple game lead for the Guardians at the top, but the Twins have 5 games against the Guardians in this weekend series. They have 6 more games against the White Sox. So if they can finish with a decent record in those games, this situation could be a lot more interesting in the next couple of weeks. So this game just means a lot more to the Twins. Zach Greinke hasn't been very good on the road, so give me the Twins here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Twins as well. Zach Greinke, definitely at the twilight of his career here. He had a good run, but I think that's come to an end. So I'm going to go with the Twins in this one. Just missing the no hitter last night. They had a no hitter going pretty late.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll with that one.
And the walks became the issue, and then gave up 3 runs, I think, in that 9th inning.
Something like that. Go to our let me see. Go to our next one. It is the Cardinals and the Brewers. Adam Wainwright and Corbin Burns. This is a main event style game. What do you think of this one, Chris? The Cardinals and the Brewers. Wainwright and Burns. Mr. Burns. Excellent.
Well, the Brewers were excellent yesterday, but I don't know. This is a tough one. I think I'm still going to stick with the over here. Maybe lean towards the Brewers, just because, like we mentioned earlier on the show, that the Brewers just feel like they have more to play for at this point, with the Cardinals starting to find themselves set in that third spot in the National League, and Corbin Burns, if there's one place he's been pitching a lot better, it's been on the road this season. Look at his last 3 starts against the Cardinals this season. 1 run allowed over 21 innings of work, 27 strikeouts to 3 walks. He seems to just have this Cardinals team's number, so I'll lean towards the Brewers, maybe take the over in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cardinals in this one with Wainwright. I just think they're the better team. And I know the Brewers, their backs are to the wall. They're must-win games and desperate times and all that kind of stuff, but it hasn't meant anything to them all season long, so I don't see how it does here. I think that, in these games, they've been real disappointing, and I think they disappoint once again. Got the Rangers taking on the A's. Chris, what do you think of this one?
Well, this is the game that I would have questioned why they're charging full price for this thing, but I would lean towards Texas, but I don't want to pay that price or chase any sort of run line with the Texas Rangers. I might take the first 5 under. I think J.P. Sears is a better pitcher than what we saw in that last start against the White Sox, where he gave up 6 runs in 2 innings. And Dane Dunning, he's pitched his far better ball at home this season. And I think that we have a low-scoring battle through the first 5. I think maybe the Rangers he could outlate, but again, I'm not trying to lay minus 172 with the Rangers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rangers in this one. I struggle to take the A's, but the Rangers aren't any bargain either. This is just a tough game that I probably won't be betting at all, to be honest with you. But I think the A's, like I said, on their way out of Oakland, and just kind of a lost year for them as a franchise. Go to our final game on the card. It's the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. I thought the Diamondbacks were really disappointing last night in their efforts. I don't know if they get any better here with Zach Davies, who I don't like the way he looked last time out. To be honest with you, he gave up some big home runs in that game in Colorado. He was involved in that Colorado game where it was 9-1 Rockies or 8-1 Rockies, and then the Diamondbacks scored 9 unanswered, and 9 back, and it finally went and the Rockies won it late. But I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is a tough spot for Davies. Going to face the Rockies in Coors in your last start, and now having to take on the Dodgers even at home, it's not an easy ask. And I'm trying to pull up his home ERA this season, because I think it's let me see here, it's been a bit better at 3.14, but again, it's not against the majority of those starts aren't against the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers, they locked up playoff spot, but I don't think they care. I think they want to come out and take care of business. So I'm going to take the Dodgers in this one, even if it's a fade of Zach Greinke, maybe the over as well in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Dodgers here. It's just Zach Davies hasn't, he's pitched decently this season. Like I said, last time out, he roasted me. So makes it tough for me to get behind him. I'm going to roll with the Dodgers in this one. Everyone knows I don't take the Dodgers a ton, so it's one of those weird ones. Well, brings us to that important part of the show, Chris. It is time for the parlay section. What do you like?
I was trying to go for 2 newlywed games today in a row, but I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm going to go with the under in the Marlins-Phillies, and the over in the Yankees-Red Sox.
I'm going to go with the under in the Marlins-Phillies. I'm going to take the Mets, and I'll put that with the over in the Orioles-Nationals. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you guys. I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock this afternoon with Al McMorty and with Jay Briggs. And, of course, keep in mind, we do have the contest coming up for the Become a Capper contest, and I'm excited about it. That we've decided to do it again this season. And once again, emailing me, sending me private messages, any of that stuff, not going to help. I don't know the rules. I don't know when it's going to be. I don't know any of those answers. Basically, your emails and things that will unfortunately have to go unanswered because I don't have any answers. So, but we will, and we always seem to get it done, right? Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Full day of